So good evening guys and welcome to what will be a delayed upload, some small technical difficulties in regards to OTL moving to their own independent YouTube channel and getting the stream up. Didn't go particularly to plan, so me and Jensen will do this recording, upload it, we'll try and bring you up to speed as quickly as possible. I think qualifying is quite irrelevant because the grid's been quite mixed up. We've had some damage early doors, a full course yellow, not quite sure why that is. Oh, so there is a safety car out. I am not getting that data on the screen.
And Jake Fletcher stays out, but story so far of this. So qualifying, Mike took pole position from Jake Fletcher, 4 thousandths of a second, and Mike down in P17 at the moment. So he picked up damage lap 1. And everyone's shuffled through a bit. Serge has gone from P16 to P5 now, and Pelly from the back of the grid to P6.
So some big gainers from the back. Some guys mid-pack dropped down a bit. SPW Mikey, Officer Duffy's sitting roughly where he was, though he's going to lose a couple now he's in the box.
Yeah,
Pedro's still down the back, but I think he's going to start to gain. Oh no, maybe not.
Wow. Look at Serge and Pelly, they're both on medium tyres as well. F. Lewis also on mediums. Those three really hit a very, very good first few laps.
Yeah, what am I looking for? Tyre, there we go. So a good view. Most drivers now on medium or hard. Our front three still on the soft. The guy started on that. I think Mad G, he's actually just went to the soft, so he's definitely two stopping from here. Or at least one more stop. Maybe get the soft tyre to the mid-teens, late teens, and then go on the hard till the end of the race. So from where it stands, yeah, Jay Fletcher's in prime position. We've seen the work he done at Baku last week. He was very cool and composed from the off and from the front, and he's actually going to box and get off. So
lose a lot of positions,
it's interesting as well because guys may not want to pit. I think there is some rain coming, so it really depends on when and how this rain comes. Could a pit stop, could you actually get that first set of softs to the rain? Where safety car out, there's maybe more of a chance that you could.
I've heard word from Mike, I'm pretty sure, that there wasn't actually any rain in like the weather forecast for them.
So that may catch some out, especially if it stays for a long time. But then it might not come at all.
This situation, I think it might come. But I've had this situation before, it's came, but it's never got heavy enough. And it could be like that for like 20 laps, even. So
we can maybe just have a slightly greasier circuit, but not actually potential for full inter conditions?
Yes. Exactly that.
So, as it stands on the safety car restart, it's going to be Tricker from Nelly. F. Lewis 3rd, Surge 4th, Pelly 5th, Chopper 6, Jelly 7, Mad G 8, SPW 9, Mikey 10, GN Tex 11, Doofy 12, Tanner 13, Matoman 14, Ranger 15, Mike 16, all the way from P1, so that's a big loss for Mike. Jay Fletcher now in P17, he's actually ended up behind Mike, so Mike actually might feel a bit better about probably his main competitor Barnelli now down behind them at the back of the grid, then Dr. Special Energy and Pedro bringing up the back of the pack.
Going to get through, aren't they?
So safety car in this lap, I think. I am not getting any data on my screen, so I don't actually know what's going on, Jensen, but I think safety car is in this lap, and Tricker has now scampered away on a soft compound tyre. I think it's probably one of the first times Tricker's led the field, so new territory for the young man himself, with a very... I mean, Nelly's a veteran now, isn't he? Nelly is an OTL veteran.
Yeah, and he's the man who loses this race, I think.
We've got Pelly looking all over the back of Surge as well. Alpha against Ferrari. Jelly all over the back of Chopper Harris. We've got Jay Fletcher all over the back of Ranger YouTube as well. We'll flick to the back of the pack, see what's going on there. I think Fletcher's actually going to make a move down the inside. Ranger YouTube not going to fight it too much, doesn't want to hold his teammate. Might actually do him a favour with Mike being just behind as well. Might be a big snap oversteer as they filter through. And Mike under a little bit of pressure from Dr. Special Energy, but I don't think he will get the move done. I think
Jelly's got past Chopper Harris, I think.
And Pelly's got through too, and then Pelly tries one round the outside, and SPW and Mad G have just swarmed Chopper Harris. One inside, one outside, 2 position lost in 1 corner.
And JNTEX is also going to make a move. It's not going to help Chopper Harris, but
not quite. JNTEX chooses to wait. So a big killer at Canada, which we all know, Jensen, is going to be time penalties. Time penalties are utterly killer here. And I see some drivers already, lap 6, starting to pick them up. And remember, we had some safety car laps too, so
it's got to be critical to not pick up any track limits. Tricker doing very well in the lead.
Yeah, got a nice half-second gap. When would DRS be activated? Next lap round?
Look at F. Lewis, he's right with them still though. He's not letting them go. He's on the medium tyres as well. I think F. Lewis looking...
Oh, and there's Mike picked up his first penalty of the race further back, so that's not helping his cause for going forward. And Jay Fletcher has managed to jump another driver in Matoman and put him and Matt between... Matoman between him and Mike, and Matoman
yellow
is
flag.
I think Ranger, yeah, he's dropped the car. Sorry, Jensen. Oh, excuse me.
He's kept it going. Don't worry. We're both on the same thing.
So Tricker seems to be expending just a little more ERS, Jensen. I don't know if you've noticed that. So he is pushing quite hard to stay in front, and I think DRS 20%. Now being open, that
Nelly's gonna push it, isn't he?
I think he'll get the job done this lap. Maybe on the start-finish straight if he doesn't get it on the back straight. Mikey on Officer Duffy having a bit of a switch back. Officer Duffy takes the position back on the inside. And I think he will have the inside line for that corner, and through he goes. Jay Fletcher all over the back of that fight as well, so look at this. And we've got Mikey making a big move on Officer Duffy on the inside. Doesn't quite get through. Officer Duffy's got to defend the inside line. Mikey switches back, DRS trains galore, 3 drivers wide. We'll get on board with Jay Fletcher as they come through the bridge. And it's a train now, Mike now behind, so it's Officer Duffy from Mikey, from Fletcher, from Mike, from Matoman, and a train of very competitive driver. Jay Fletcher pulls to the inside, he's going to try and get one done to Mikey. Mikey breaks a little later and he says, no, you're going to have to try a bit harder. Big snap of oversteer, give Mikey the run.
Make a move on the straight, P3, and F. Lewis is going to slot in behind. And he's cut the corner a little bit. Both of them actually have there, I think. Little bump and run there.
So Jay Fletcher goes through on Mikey, and it leaves Mikey exposed now from Mike. Mike knows that he needs to get the job done, and Mikey, if he wants to keep following Jay Fletcher through, he's going to try and send around the outside at 1. Gives him the inside for 2, and I think he'll have the traction, but Mikey's going to try and keep it there, and he is going to hold it on the outside, so he's going to make Mike's life hell for 4. And he tucks in behind.
Must have been a bit of a tongue twister.
Oh, and here comes Matoman and Mikey Jensen. He's going to go round the outside. And, down the inside. I do apologise, I said outside, inside. Dr. Special is just now going to come in. Matoman. Oh my god. Drivers coming from absolutely everywhere. So Matoman goes from making a move to
the outside of Mikey there.
What is going on?
Wow. Yeah. There's a bit of a tongue twister, surely, Pete. There.
Whoa, that was rough.
Mike.
Oh, Pelly's out!
Where's he? Oh no, he's crashed on the exit. May have lost traction on the exit there. Oh no. Pelly.
No safety car. I think the car is tucked away to the inside, so we may get away with continuing on. So Nelly's now put 1.3 seconds, and Jensen, the time has come. The 2 brothers. They are there up top, Envy, Nelly and Sarge. Oh, and safety car out. That was a very late call. That was a very late safety car from the incident happening.
It's F1 2020, what to expect?
That is a very, very true statement. So Nelly leads, and he gets the benefit of a free stop.
Well, it's not really a
Question is though,
yeah.
what is Jeff saying about that weather? And we don't have a chat to spoil and say, oh, it's coming in such time. We don't know.
That's kind of a good thing, you know? But yeah, I don't know.
So does
what
Nelly
they're
try and
gonna do.
stay out? So
Nah.
if you speak to Jeff here, Jensen, right, and Jeff says to you, rain due in the next 5 to 10 minutes, do you lose the track position knowing that when the rain comes everything needs to stop, or do you try and stretch that soft to come in when everybody's going to box in the rain anyway?
I would lose the track position because I know there'll be at least a good few more laps.
Even when the rain comes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
He's
what
on
you're saying
8 lap
there.
hold soft, surely he's got to
Oh,
pit. No, he's not.
Then. Stayed out.
That's a risky business from Nelly there. That might not be the right call, in my opinion, for Nelly. Nelly should have really pitted. And
So, I think Mike and F. Lewis, is that right? Is that, no, J and Tex and F. Lewis both box. So SPW now up to P4, who's actually gained pretty well. Oh no, he's up 1, I thought he was further back earlier. Surge up 14 now, Chopper Harris up 12. Pedro up 6. So they're all 3 biggest gainers. Jelly up to P3 as well. If he can stay away from time penalties as well to the end of the race, there is
drive-through for Ranger.
huge.
Speeding in the pit.
Oh.
Luckily enough for him though, the drive-throughs around here ain't too bad. You're not going to lose too much around here. I'd say only a good, probably 10 seconds at most.
Yeah, give me 1 second, just need to do a little bit.
Yes. Safety car should be in next lap anyway. Oh, there's a big amount of smoke. What was that? It's like someone really lit up the rear tyres, or someone's engine just died or something. But doesn't seem to be a problem at the moment.
So I am back. So I heard you talking there about a puff of smoke, Jensen. I hope nobody's just exploded.
Yeah, it looked like someone's engine just exploded or something. I think it probably someone's just really wheel spin the hell out of their car.
So I'd like to think this would be the only lap now of safety car, Jensen, would you agree? Probably come in at the end of this lap.
Always caught up.
So is there anybody bolted on a set of hards and anticipating that rain is not coming?
The only guy on the hards is Matterman. He's been on the hards since the start of the race, so he could
nobody.
be one.
So that it makes me believe that guys do think the rain is going to come, because it would have been a chance, and we know OTL people like a bold strategy. It would have been a good time to get hards on and try and get them to the end. Do you think they would go that distance?
They would definitely go to the end from here. I even say a fresh set of mediums would go to the end from here, so JNTX could have a go at it, but
depending. Like, so JNTX could be our prime driver if the rain comes, but like you say, it kind of doesn't come to anything substantial. Oh, that's a very good point. Well, it depends if guys choose to box.
Nelly's going to be in a very rough position here. He's on 10 lap hold soft, so he's going to be surpassing 50% at least by about this time.
That's a very good point.
Surge's tyres are going to be a lot better. Jelly's is even better than Surge's as well as SPW's. So he's going to watch their back. There's only a few guys.
Watch this because I think guys are racing here.
Yeah, they're racing now. Oh, Surge picked up friendly off the exit.
Oh, and Chopper Harris has nearly put the car on the wall. That's going to give Tanner the run. Sorry, jumping on you there, Jensen, but Tanner's going to be under pressure from his teammate. Chopper Harris, sorry, Tanner's going to go round the outside for one and inside for two. Can he get the drive on better? Chopper Harris gives him the wide line and all the space he
I'll tell you what, he's hung in there, Tanner has, and he has got the job done.
Officer Duffy trying to get through as well on the back, and that thing, that's the range has started, so this could be nearly saving grace. He may only need to do a couple here and he'll be able to get off that soft.
And Jelly's through the P2 as well. Jelly looking to have this. He's going to be on a much better tyre. This is not what Nelly wants. He wants the rain, but he doesn't want a Mercedes right behind him.
F. Lewis pulling to the outside of Pedro. Pedro tries to give him the space. He's going to go the long way round.
And he goes deep. Pedro does. And F. Lewis gets through. But Pedro's still alongside him though. But he's lost out. And there goes Tricker as
F.
well
Lewis
through.
on that fresh soft compound tyre. It was always going to be a hard ask for
Here
Pedro
comes
on his
Jelly.
10 lap old medium.
Jelly pushing, try and get past Nelly as quick as he can. The rain hasn't affected anything too much yet. Oh yeah, oh here comes Jelly, he's going to try and make a move.
Oh,
no!
Nelly's had a
Oh,
big
no.
moment. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, this
No.
hasn't just happened. Poor Jelly, poor Nelly, and Jelly's left. He's furious with that. It wasn't Nelly's fault there though. He
No.
lost the car on old tyres.
So Nelly is really struggling now as it gets damp. He has no grip. Everybody's bombing through here, Jensen. We've got Mike Duffy, Nelly, Mikey, Dr. Special Energy, Mataman. Everybody's side by side trying to find gains. Dr. Special Energy and Mikey, we're now going a drag race down to the last chicane. Mike's going to pull out on SFR. Also Duffy now in P2, 2 tenths behind Surge and absolutely hunting for that win.
SPW, he's not had the greatest of time. He has never got a podium in OTL still after a full season and the first few of this season.
And a driver we know, Jensen, from the hard compounds early, he enjoys quite tricky slick conditions. He's a driver that seems to find a lot of lap time when you've not quite got optimal grip under the car, so he's
one
looking
warning
strong.
away as well from a penalty, so he's got to be careful. And I think Serge hasn't had a penalty, or he hasn't had a warning after that
Matoman,
penalty, so
sorry, and Dr.
he's
Special
gonna keep
Energy
it
getting a move down through the bridge. Dr. Special Energy gets squeezed off the
Oh,
circuit.
there's a-
Matoman got
Why?
to the wall. Matoman's
Oh,
going to go.
Big oversteer from F. Lewis. He's just.
I think he actually got hit there from Tricker.
That might be an
I think that may have been
Echoes.
contact. I think Tricker's pulled out to get Matoman, and then F. Lewis has been collected in that.
Oh, there goes SPW into the lead of the race. Goes down the inside before the chicane, and he is now the race leader. And now Tanner is going to be the next car to try and get past the Ferrari. Oh, they're struggling now. I think this rain is affecting it a lot here.
Do you think it's going to get to Inter Tyres? SPW seems very comfortable.
SPW just loving it right now. Yeah, it's looking. Yeah, they're going very slow.
Oh, and
through the- I think
SPW,
next lap.
Officer Duffy's nearly dropped the car. That's going to put big pressure on him. Oh, and he's nearly cut Mike off.
Oh,
Mike nearly
no.
drops the car too. Whoa.
And Mike, he's going to keep it there. Mike keeps the 7th place. Oh, he's getting a run on Mikey as well. These two fought basically this entire race. Just Mikey and Mike. And let's see what Mike do. He's not close
Oh,
enough
and Mike
to
needs to get
Mikey.
away from first gear in the rain and no traction. It is not your friend.
And Tanner gets past down the straight.
And Surge is in. Surge box.
Yeah.
So be interesting to
Is this
see if that
Inter's?
goes for Inter Tyre.
It is into tyres. He's the first one to go for it. Is this a bold move from Serge here? Let's see. And his car not leaving the box. Oh, there we go.
And Mataman puts boxes for the Inters as well. I think JNTX possibly in, could be wrong.
This might be an inspired decision, or is it going to be one that backfires? And he comes out just behind his brother. And, oh, this is... I don't think it's time for the Inters it's just a little bit too early. I'd say another lap or two, or a few, I don't know.
Yes, it's definitely getting close. The skies are very grey as well, Jensen.
You can see
And
the
you're
guys
starting to see
struggling
some
though.
spray, yep.
But yeah, Surge was just getting swarmed there
Big
on
snap
his old
from Jay
engines.
Fletcher, that keeps it in check though. DRS still enabled though, Jensen, so well, I think they'll keep going for a bit.
Yeah, SPW
Here
carrying
comes
on.
Jay Fletcher now in Tana, he's going through down the inside.
Oh, he's been
there's
tapped.
contact! And I think Tana's been trying to go to the box there and...
Tana had to be... Tana really should have been more careful.
Yes.
What it goes with China as well. Like, coming into the pit, when you see someone coming into the pits, or you coming into the pits, be careful of the car ahead. Not just ram into the back of them.
So SPW 4.5 seconds ahead, Jensen.
And is the gap closing a little bit there? It might. Let's just see how the lap goes.
So Surge is losing time out the pits, just so we know. On his, don't think the inter tyre is
Pedro.
ready.
Yeah, Pedro on the inters as well. Same with JNTX and Matoman and Magi. Yeah, those inters really.
Dr.
struggling.
Special Energy boxed and Tana boxed for new hard and medium compound tyres, Jensen.
Oh,
Tana came out on a new
SPW.
hard.
That was a big moment there. He almost slammed it in the barrier. He's lost at least, I think, 3 attempts or something. And he comes in
Look
the
at
pits, I
Chopper
think.
Harris is absolutely flying.
Is this new dries or is this new inters? It is new inters for SPW. I think that's the obvious choice, if anything. And he'll come out.
With DRS still enabled, I don't think it's time we got
Oh,
off the
look
dries.
how much Jay Fletcher's struggling though through turn 1. Chopper Harris over the back of him.
It is a very strange scenario right now, Jensen. It's very strange to see DRS still on, but guys changing to inter tyres. That is not a scenario we have very often in F1.
SPW, I think he's got the tyre change nearly on point. Maybe a lap or two later is probably what it is, but his mediums can go a lot more. The battle strategies here, more penalties just being dished out. Pedro picks up his first penalty just then.
Yeah, Officer Duffy goes through. So Officer Duffy in his medium. The inter tyre's just not fast enough yet. It is not there.
And Mike has a bit of damage, but he's keeping up with these guys in front. Does he have damage? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's missing an M
Yeah,
plate.
he's missing his right end plate.
Chopper Harris has just smacked Wall of Champions pretty hard as well. And I think he lost more than an M plate.
Nah, he's
did
only
he?
lost the end plate, I think.
Oh, he did.
Looking. Yeah, he only lost just the end plate. But he might have picked up a bit of like other damage maybe. I don't know, Nelly's catching up to them as well, so it's a 4-way fight it looks like it's going to be. SPW is 8 seconds behind Nelly now, so he's lost 4 seconds the last lap. It's too early for Inters.
So the drivers were faced with really tough choices for the stops here. Certainly not a position I would have liked to have been in as a driver.
Jay Fletcher's loving it now though, and Nelly is right there as well. I think Nelly's on the newest tyres of the lot.
Yes,
He's on
5 lap old. He
old
has 10
mediums.
laps on his next rival, and that's Jay Fletcher up front and a 15 lap old medium as well.
They all got penalties, and JNTEX's got. Oh, he's out. JNTEX is out. Is that? Oh,
I
he's
think
in the
that's in
pits.
the
Don't worry.
pits.
Yeah. I saw a yellow flag, but he got a 5-second penalty, and it's unfortunate for JNTEX.
And there's Mikey being utterly swarmed by the guys on the slick tyres, so the
Here
Inter's
he'll
just
come.
not the tyre. So SPW's had enough. He is off now, off the Inter tyre. He says no thank you. That is not the tyre for me.
He's just lost a pit stop and some.
And then Vinelli goes through on Mike now. Oh, and Mike's had to get off.
Nelly's just storming up the field right now, and Trick is out, and that's in the pits as well.
So a lot of guys, they've realised that the Inter's not the tyre now, and they don't want to box again and go to another.
And Tanner gets past Mikey with ease around the middle sector.
So I think Nelly looks really good to win here, Jensen. I think he can take the tyres another 15 laps. No penalties. Jay Fletcher and Mike both have to box. 16 and 18 lap old mediums, they ain't going to the end.
Yeah, and I think Nelly could go to the end.
Yeah, I think he could get there on that set, yeah.
As long as he manages to take the tyres to the end, like manage them.
And he's essentially got a 15-second buffer to the next guy once Mike and Jay Fletcher pit in Dr. Special Energy. I think Nelly's looking very comfortable.
I think Mike is trying to carry the tyres to the softs, maybe.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Same with Jay Fletcher.
I think maybe 3 or 4 more laps and the soft tyre will be viable for Mike.
If I was Nelly, I'd follow Jay Fletcher's strategy, because you can just keep within the gap and you're basically golden. And there goes Nelly, he's getting a run on Jay Fletcher and he's going down the inside. They're side by side through the hairpin, and who got the DRS there? I think, yeah, Nelly got it quite early on, and he's gonna need it again. As he gets the run on Jay Fletcher, he goes on outside. Jay Fletcher's trying to defend here. They're both going to be very late, but Nelly gets through into the lead of the race.
Oh,
and Jay Fletcher's got a massive moment. Brilliant save.
I'm glad that got us both tingling there, Jensen, because that was a big one. Chopper Harris now and Mikey losing out again to the guys on the slick compound tyres, and Officer Doofy thinking about making his way through. And Mikey's just went up. I need off this Inter tyre, it's just not working.
SBW is making a big recovery drive now. He's got these guys right in front of him, and he's going to try to go for switch back on Adam. Nah, he's just a bit too far out there. Maybe try and get a run somewhere around here. No. Dr. Special Energy as well, we've got no penalties, running P4. He's in a very good position for Renault.
Oh, Officer definitely picks up some damage. Sorry to jump in on you there. He has been hunted hard now by SPW. Officer Duffy get bags full of energy. But he's going to come under pressure there at the SPW. Oh, SPW is going to get close.
SPW sends up the inside.
Through the hairpin, and he'll get DRS now in Chopper and get him down the back straight as well.
Surely. I don't see SPW not getting this move done. Look, sitting duck, Chopper Harris is, and it's a simple overtake.
I'll tell you something, Jensen. Considering I know SPW started P5, granted, but he's just made what was a wrong call on tyre strategy, and I'm pretty confident he gets back into the top 5. He definitely should have been winning this race today.
Yeah, he should have been at least, with those guys. It's just that tyre call was a bit too, it just wasn't the greatest day. He should have waited until most other people went on just to see the pace.
Officer Duffy now on Chopper Harris. Now I'm absolutely gutted we can catch some of this action live, Jensen, because again the OTL boys putting on an absolute banger on a Monday evening.
Oh, I love it. I love these Monday evenings.
They are absolutely amazing.
Especially when Formula One's not going on, it's basically the ultimate substitute. But
Yes, OTL Mondays is, yes.
probably even better. It's just
In regards to
It'll
racing,
take
yeah, I
a
would
bit
agree.
of it.
Yes. So SPW now only 2.3s, already took out, and I think in about a lap and a half he's took out 2 seconds to Tana, so here's on the charge. So I will be expecting Mike and Jay Fletcher to box any time now.
yeah, Nelly's pulled 7 seconds on Jay Fletcher and he hasn't picked up a penalty.
Jay Fletcher on 100% energy, which I don't know why you'd be using it on every straight. Oh, and Rachel's retired. Oh, it's in the pits. Ooh.
That's the last 3 retirements have all just been in the pits. It's got us really
And
interested.
another? Is that another?
Nah, Ranger leaving the session.
Did Trickle not
as
go?
well.
Oh, Trickle just left the session, nice.
Jay Fletcher in, so is Mike. Soft tyres, surely, and the rain has stopped. So it's just a short shower, and it didn't get wet enough for inters. So Nelly is just right there. He could go
And
for
yes,
the
like I
soft
said,
if he wants to.
15.5 second cushion now with 10 laps to go. He
Soft tyres, surely.
he's in a
Nelly.
very good place. So Mike
He could
and Jay
actually-
Fletcher. Wait, is Mike jumped Jay Fletcher in the pits? He did. Mike's jumped Jay Fletcher in the box.
It's time for a fight and a half between these two, surely. And they just get ahead of Man. SPW's made the recovery drive of a lifetime.
Now
though.
up
He
to
is up in the
P4 and
fourth.
looking for a podium.
Is right in front of him. He's basically in the podium at the moment. Only Mikey and Jelly with 3 seconds. Jelly's not even in the session, so it's just only him and Mikey with the least amount of penalties. And then there's Nelly and Dr. Special Energy is just out there. Just full
Dr.
stop.
Special Energy,
Brilliant.
about time probably. If he keeps this up, he got a result that he has thoroughly deserved in his OTL stint so far. He's always shown
Does
potential
Nelly
of really
hit?
good finishes. I wouldn't. 15.5, no reason. He's still half a tenth up through sector 1 time.
He does have to pass
4
him,
tenths
doesn't
up
he?
sector 1 split. He's got
He's-
plenty in the tank.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful with the tyres, so he's got to get them 21 laps. But I think he should be able to do it, surely.
Fingers crossed.
If he wasn't confident enough to do it, he would be in the pits already. But I think he is all set and done. Carry this to the end of the race after what was a bit of a rough start to the race for him.
Yes.
Just a bit of instant driven, especially when the rain started coming down. That incident with
I
Jelly.
think Mike as well, that would have been a big eye-opener. If you go back to qualifying and seen a guy that has maybe been further back, I don't know if Nelly knew he was on his new equipment, and then see Mike put the car up there and you'd be like, whoa, where has this guy found this speed?
Here comes an old rivalry.
Mike
It's
and
Mike
Surge.
closing up. Yeah. And Jay Fletcher is going to try and make the move early doors. And he is going, oh, he don't want to go too deep. And they're going side by side through the chicane. And Jay Fletcher does it. And he sets the fastest lap of the race. Doing so as well. And nearly ever extending that gap. SPW is closing down Dr. Special Energy. He wants a P2 now.
Oh, and Mike's been collected in the most.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, and Surge as well.
No,
Is that
Mike,
case
that
into
is
news
unfortunate, and now it's going to allow Matoman to get through. Now Mike's going to have to pull in, he's going to cut up Mikey a little, and Mike's going to feel hard done by there, I think. Jay Fletcher hit Surge, that spun Surge across the road, and Mike has collected him on the way through.
So Nelly has a gap, I think, to pit and come out in the lead still. Jay Fletcher has not made much ground at all.
And
Oh,
Mike
no, what's
has just
happened?
absolutely smashed Matoman.
Oh no! Matoman, oh, he's gonna lose positions there. I think.
I don't
yeah,
think that was deliberate. I think Mike's just made a little bit
Trying
of
to
a
come
boo-boo there. Yes.
Come on, Mike.
I shouldn't laugh, but I'm sure these guys will laugh about it afterwards because they're good friends. But Matoman just got absolutely nailed into the last chicane. SPW now 1.8 behind Dr. Special Energy. Obviously the penalties, what could have been.
Jay Fletcher
don't get
is
the time
sending
penalties.
it on Chopper Harris into P6. Jay Fletcher. He's making up positions, but not quick enough really. He's lost quite a bit of time really. If he gets past these next two cars, he's on course for P4. But if Chopper Harris stays within 3 seconds of Jay Fletcher, that's basically said and done. P5, maybe.
Yeah, that's very true.
And fourth and sixth. Fourth to sixth are battle for position.
Surge boxes, Matoman goes through.
But that soft tyres going for fast as that maybe. And there goes Mike. Sets 11.0.
And Pedro will take up his normal position of second last.
Will it be second last today? Pedro?
Yes. Well, it's essentially last because Jelly is no longer in the session.
Yeah.
Nelly now 17.6 ahead.
Yeah.
He is in cruising land. Oh, and Dr. Special Energy boxes. That's strange.
So SPW in second place now. Nelly.
6 seconds, and he's essentially a 10-second buffer to Tana because he only has one penalty. Does SPW?
So SPW basically cruising to that first podium right now.
And easily the standout driver of the day. For me, anyway.
I agree with that. It was a bit unfortunate, that strategy mash-up, because
But considering he did get it wrong, yeah, that is very true, and if you don't get it wrong, he probably wins the race. But considering he did, to get back to P2 is something he should be very proud of. I think it's a very valiant effort. And as long as he keeps the penalties away, now he just needs to drive pretty safe for the next 5 laps and he'll be fine.
Yeah, Dr. Special Energy needs to pick up the pace if he wants to finish on the podium. He can. He needs to finish within 9 seconds of Tanner, and I think the gap at the moment between him and Tanner is 10 seconds. So it is very on the limit.
No,
No pun intended.
you can defend that.
And Chopper Harris has got massive damage.
Oh yes.
And he's trying to fight for the position there still. He's trying to cruise that AlphaTauri home with that damage as well. F. Lewis picks up the penalty down in P11, and that's not going to help his cause against Mad G. And Mike sets the fastest lap of the race. Nelly is losing a little bit of time to SPW per lap, but he doesn't have to really push at all. Anyways,
So Jay Fletcher and Officer Duffy, it's a battle continuing. I think Jay Fletcher will get it done. Officer Duffy has a lot of VRS to defend, and I think he should because Fletcher has none. But
he doesn't see a point in defending that really. He knows the inevitable is going to happen, I think. He might use it to try and catch up to Tanner, because he can still get Tanner off Sudoku if he can. But Jay Fletcher just needs this one position now.
Yeah, and he gets back to the podium. Three laps to go. We've got Nelly from SPW, from Tanner, from Fletch, from Duffy, Special Energy, Mikey, Chopper Harris, Matman, Maggi rounds out the top 10. Mike P11, F Lewis P12, Serge P13, Pedro 14. Nelly is not in the lobby, so he's not P15. We've lost Nelly, Ranger, Trucker, Gentex, Pelly, Senna Martins from the race, unfortunately. But Nelly looking to cruise home. What's been a very solid, one of the only two drivers to get no penalties. Maybe a race that quite didn't look like it was there for him at the start, but proved in the end with gut and determination that you get there. And wins are always possible. Sorry.
It'll be interesting to see what tyres how much wear his tyres is on at the end of the race.
Yes.
He's put those tyres through the dampening conditions and, of course, fighting against the odds of jelly and such. It's been quite a tough race for him, but I mean the last few laps have been quite simple for him, but you know.
I think, yeah, it's been one of the ones that, from a driver standpoint, it's been a challenging one, but from a viewer standpoint, it's looked pretty simple. And he's actually going to box.
Oh, look at the time. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is this going to be a gamble? Hope it shouldn't lose him really. I think, yeah, he surely has this in the bag. He's going for it on the final 2 laps. He's going to go for a fast stuff on the final lap. He comes out of the pits. There's SPW, who'll come out just ahead of him. Look how close it was. SPW's in a position now, he could try and hope for a mistake or something.
That's it, that's all he needs. Well, Nelly pushes for the fast lap if that's what he's intending to do.
So, hope it don't go his way or something, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Nelly saving up for 100% energy, ready for a launch, and is that Jay Fletcher? Jay Fletcher's had a crash out of turn 7.
Oh, and yeah, he has no wing at all.
And
and Mike and Chopper Harris have had a crash, and Mike and F. Lewis.
Oh, no.
Oh, who is it? Mike and somebody crashed there.
Is that Mike and Mad G? No, it was Chopper Harris, I think. I don't know. Hard to say, and Serge just got past F. Lewis through turn 4. And now he's starting the final lap.
I think it was F. Lewis. F. Lewis has no wing whatsoever. I think it was F. Lewis.
Yeah. He's just got literally just debris on his wing there. So Nelly, he's already got 5 seconds over SPW. SPW did well though, but today is going to be Nelly's day again. And Dr. Special Energy is not going to get the podium at this rate. It looks like, actually no, he is, don't worry, 12 seconds of penalties ahead. I think he would just have that.
Yeah, I think Mikey might not quite get to be the P4 spot either, or the P5 spot. So Nelly takes the win. SPW will come home in P2, very, very good drive.
Yeah, first podium for SPW, finally. We should keep this. Tanner P3. Adam P4 and Dr. Special should take the podium, and he does. And he takes his second podium in OTL, I think.
I think
that is.
Mikey will stay P6. Yep, Doofy 5, Mikey 6, Fletch. Fletch will drop, maybe one position here. He'll go to P8. I think Matt will jump him at the line. J Fletch goes to P7, but he does.
He might drop 2 positions here. Mad G might take him.
He does.
Only just though.
Serge will round out the top 10.
Yeah, I think the rest.
And then
of the
Chopper
grid
Harris, Mike,
stays there.
F. Lewis, Pedro, and Jelly is no longer in the race. So I think we'll just wrap up there, Jensen.
Yeah.
I think no need for interviews when we're not live. I think it's a better live experience. So one thing we must do before we stop the recording and upload the video would be our driver of the day, and I think we spoke about this earlier, and there was only one driver for it.
SPW.
So yes, SPW would be our driver of the day. So again, apologies to OTL for not being live, but this is just how it goes sometimes with the technology. It will be back for sure live next Monday on our new channel, so be sure to tune in. From myself and Jensen, good night, and we will see you next week.